Welcome to the Bushido Gang. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's AttackonSamurott, bringing you all my final thoughts on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the remakes for the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So, basically, I'm going to be talking for a long time about how I feel about these games. Not going to edit it. I'll probably put images down for whatever I'm talking about. Maybe even like a short clip of something. Um but yeah, I'm just gonna give my thoughts about everything that we've seen so far, and even includes my thoughts on what we recently saw from the trailer that came out yesterday. As I'm recording, this is Tuesday, by the way, but um, you guys should probably see this today. Um, but yeah, uh, I'm gonna even give my thoughts on what happened in the trailer from yesterday, where they showed off some stuff, where they showed off Team Galactic and also showed off the last two gym leaders. So before we get started, please make sure to leave a like and comment on the video, letting me know your thoughts on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and really your thoughts on Gen 4 as well as a whole. I'd like to know that too. And also, if you are gonna get Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, why are you gonna get it? Like, do you just want to get it because it's Sinnoh, or do you actually see something that you like in this game that makes you want to get it? I'd like to know that in the comments below. And yeah, so without further ado, it's time for me to give my thoughts on this game so far and what we know. So there's a lot of things that I really want to talk about. I think the first thing I'm going to talk about, just going by my list, is actually the music. So as you're hearing right now in the background, I have the theme from the Eterna Forest theme. Now this is one of the most iconic themes in the Gen 4 games, or in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. It's where a lot of people, like, go back to and listen and are just like, man, what a time this game came out. Like this theme is just so iconic. Like, definitely one of the stronger themes that came out of these games. Now, music is definitely an important feature in a game. Like, you have to have music to really get into the moment of where you're at, like the immersion of it. Now, I don't think Pokemon never has that problem where the music is just bad. But there was a recent preview, or there was a preview that came out, I think, like a week or two ago, maybe longer than that, that showed some, like, game reviewers playing the game, and they showed, like, little snippets of, clips of footage, where the character was actually in the Great Marsh, and you could hear the battle theme. You heard it like twice. There was a battle theme, or there was the wild battle theme. There's also the trainer battle theme. Now, they both didn't sound that great. They sounded more like they were from the DS. So, I might leave a link down to that video or something. But yeah, in those previews, it did show more screenshots of the game and everything. But the main takeaway was the music, and also the XP share too, which I'll be talking about too. But yeah, the music is definitely important for these games, man. It's quite important. There's just so many iconic themes here. Again, you have the Team Galactic theme. You have, again, the Eternal Forest theme, which is going on right now. You have even the legendary themes, or even the legendary trio theme. Yeah, the legendary Lake Trio theme is very iconic as well from these games. So, and even Cynthia's theme is the most iconic of them all. So it's like, the music is very important, man. it's very important. So I hope that whatever that was, that showing that they did, was just some, like, downgraded version that they did while editing, or it's because I know there was somebody, I think it was Munching Orange. I was actually watching him recently. He mentioned something about the GBA, about the Game Boy sounds, which was in Heart Gold Soul Silver. And what the Game Boy sound did was that it basically, like, made the sound, like, made the sound pretty much just like how it was in the Game Boy for Pokemon, for Heart Gold Soul Silver. So, it pretty much used like the same themes or the same like sound font that was used in the original games for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. So it might be the same case with these, which honestly I don't mind at all. I don't mind it being like a DS sound. I think that's actually very cool. If that's the case, of course. Um, but again, it could just be like some edited footage to make it sound like that. Um, but so far, the music that's been shown or that's been heard so far, it's actually really good. They recently, in the recent trailer, they showed off, or I mean, they played the Lake Trio theme, and it sounded very good. It sounded very, very good. So that definitely gives me hope for the music. I don't think the music is going to be too big of an issue. Um, Again, Pokemon generally does really good with their music, so I don't see it being that bad. I don't see it being bad. Or I don't see it being like worse than what we got, or worse than the originals. Because I mean the originals were just on like low frame, um, or low frame. Like what's the word? Um, Low frame devices. With the I think the medley or medi sounds or whatever it's called. Um, yeah, so that's different. This is like orchestrated music, so I feel like they're gonna do well with it. They even play the Eterna theme too, the Eterna Forest theme too, in one trailer. So I think it's fine. I think the music will be handled well. Okay, so now I want to move on to characters. So they showed off again. They showed off Team Galactic. Now Team Galactic is the team for these games. Um, they are very iconic, very very iconic. Almost as like I want to say they're almost as iconic as Team Rocket, which is kind of crazy to say, but that's how I feel. I feel like they're almost on the same level as Team Rocket in terms of iconic. Um, Team Magma, Team Aqua, they're like there too, but like not really. They're like slightly below them. Um, I probably say they're below like I probably say they're below Plasma, like Team Plasma. Um, yeah, I think that's where they are. They're like below Team Plasma. Like they're a good team. They're like a very strong team in terms of like their presentation, but I don't know. They just don't hit as hard as Team Galactic, or even Team Rocket to me. but yeah, characters though, I'll be talking about them. I guess I may as well talk about them. So let's just go to the features real quick. Actually, that'd be stories. My bad. That'll be stories. I want to talk about features after we get to the characters. Um, so they showed off the gym leaders again. They showed off. Well, I mean, okay. So recently they. Well, I guess it would be like a week or two ago. They showed off Rourke and Gardenia. So they showed off those two, and also they showed off Riley and and Cheryl. Riley was basically the Lucario guy that you would find in Iron Island, and he would help you train and fight Team Galactic at the end. And then Cheryl, she was trying to just escape from Eterna Forest because she was being chased by Team Galactic. Um, now, now I mean they're important characters, but they weren't that important. Or I mean, they weren't like reoccurring like how they were in Platinum. In Platinum, you could actually fight those two again. You could fight them in like some battle hall or whatever that was on the island, where you could get Heatran. So you could so they had some reoccurrence there, but after you saw them in Diamond and Pearl, you never saw them again. So I hope that they can at least let you see those two again and be able to fight them again. That would be really cool. Um, but yeah, again, that's just a separate thing. Now the gym leaders are actually what I want to talk about. So they showed off they showed off a little bit of the gym leaders recently in the new trailer. With showing off Candace and also showing off Volkner. So Candace is the seventh gym leader, and she's an ice type trainer. And Volkner is the final gym leader of Sinnoh. That's an electric type trainer. So, or an electric type gym leader. Sorry. So it seems like they made some kind of update to them. At least for Candace so far. Her Abomasnow knows Blizzard. That was something that wasn't in the original games. I believe her Abomasnow had like Avalanche or something like that. But the only mon I remember having, like I remember her having Blizzard on, was in Platinum where she had Blizzard on her Frostlass. So I don't know if they're gonna continue with that. So I think her team in Platinum was actually a lot stronger. Um, Her team in Diamond and Pearl was really weird because she had like she had a random Metacham, which I mean, Diamond and Pearl's like Dex is really bad, like very bad. So there were only like a couple mons that could really fit in there, and even the gym cheaters were pretty bad too because they didn't even have ice types. Like only a couple had ice types, while the others had like water types. So it was very weird. Um, but again, that's just going a little off topic. Now, but yeah, it seems like they got updated in some way. They also showed off the gym puzzle too for both of them, for both Candace's gym and Volkner's gym, and it's pretty much the same thing. Even the same layout too for Candace's gym, because her snow puzzle thing is exactly the same way as it was in Diamond and Pearl, which is funny to me. I think in Platinum it was a little bit different, but so it's just funny that they didn't even change that. So yeah. Again, it seems like the gyms aren't going to be changed that much. So that's kind of unfortunate because that means that Fantina's gym is probably going to be the math puzzle again. Which, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind, doing some quick maths. I don't mind it, but yeah, it seems like it might be that way again, which it's fine. I don't really care that much about that. Yeah, I don't. They also added I don't think I mentioned this last time, but they added the cleaning badges section you can do, so you can just rub your badges, clean them up, have them nice and shiny, so you can do that again, just like how you could in the original games. So I like that a lot. Also, they added the battle backgrounds too, so you can see Rourke's gym in the background, which is really cool as well. Just like how they've been doing for other gym leaders as well in the past, or in the past games. So it seems like that hasn't changed, which is nice, very nice. Hopefully they actually do that with the gym traders too, because that would be very cool to not just see this behind the gym leaders, but it's probably not going to be that way. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with the way the gym leaders look, though. They look pretty good. Okay, now let's talk about Team Rocket. Or not Team Rocket, sorry, Team Galactic. So Team Galactic is the evil team of Sinnoh. They pester people and obtain Pokemon through heavy-handed methods to make them do their dirty work, and there appears to be some sort of lofty goal behind all their audacious activity. Unveil Team Galactic's master plan and stop them from carrying it out. So, Cyrus is the boss of Team Galactic. He is a charismatic character who speaks and acts with a calm, logical demeanor. He detests human minds and emotions, finding them defective. So, our boy Cyrus is back, man. It's crazy. He's back. It's better than ever. Not really. Looks the same. Looks the same, basically. Yeah. Then we see the commanders. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention one thing about his whole calm and logical demeanor. It's kind of funny because for the first time, he kind of has a little bit of emotion. When you beat him, or when they actually showed him in the trailer smile a little bit. Like it was weird. It was very weird. Like he actually made an emotion. Just a little smirk though. But it's something. So I guess maybe it's not entirely the case that he detests human minds, because if he did, he'd just be a robot. But it doesn't seem like he's exactly that thorough. But he is human after all. Anyways. Yeah, Cyrus looks good. Cyrus looks really good. Mars and Jupiter, they look pretty good as well. I like their models. Mars is a strong-willed commander who hates to lose and has sworn loyalty to Cyrus. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, they showed Chibi Cyrus in the trailer too, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll probably leave the link to the trailer too, but Chibi Cyrus, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's kind of funny, actually. But like, I'm just used to Chibi Cyrus anyway, so it's like, I don't really see much of a difference. But I guess seeing it up close is definitely jarring. I guess seeing him up close would be pretty jarring. But Yeah, and I guess that also makes sense too when you think about the fact that he was fully 3D for the first time in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and also I think even with Pokemon Masters or whatever it's called, fully 3D in that too. So I guess it would be weird for someone newer to the games to see that like difference with him being chibi. So I can understand that at least. Okay, so now we have Mars and Jupiter. So Mars is a strong-willed commander who hates to lose and has sworn loyalty to Cyrus. Her passion for Pokemon sometimes inspires powerful emotional outbursts. Her partner Pokemon is Purugly. Now, she was quite tough in the original games because of her Purugly. That thing, that thing was annoying. But if you had like Golem or not Golem, if you had Geodude, or even a Monferno, you could probably deal with her very easily. And I guess even if you just evolved your starter, you could probably deal with her. Like, she's not that difficult. Now Jupiter, on the other hand, Jupiter was a whole nother thing. Jupiter has a mysterious air about her. She's undeniably skilled at Pokemon battles, but she's willing to do anything, even steal other people's Pokemon to achieve her goals. Her partner Pokemon is Skuntank. Yeah, she was the killer of Nuzlocke, people. She was the killer of Nuzlocke, I'd have to say. She was quite difficult, man. Quite difficult to deal with. If you're doing a Nuzlocke, of course. That's gonna take, which is ending your Nuzlocke right there if you didn't deal with it. Even if you had like Monferno, Primplup, and even Grottle, it was still tough to deal with her. It was still tough. And I remember her Zubat even having Giga Drain too. So she had stuff to handle your Golem, or to handle your Geodude, which is funny as well. But yeah, she was a tough one. Very tough one. Then we have Saturn. So Saturn is a cool and collected commander. Despite being one of the few who occasionally harbored doubts about Cyrus's plans, Saturn is cool and is passionate enough to carry out his orders faithfully. His partner Pokemon is Totokro. Now, Saturn's another interesting character. It's funny because the first time I played Diamond and Pearl, I thought Saturn was a girl. I thought Saturn was a girl the whole time, but I didn't find out until years later that was actually a dude. Like, I was just like, wow, really? I had no idea. But yeah, as a kid, I always thought he was a girl. I guess just because of the hair. And I guess somehow in my head, I thought, it would be cool to have Saturn sound like a girl. So I guess that's just what I thought then. But yeah, Saturn, like, in terms of difficulty, I don't think he was that bad. Unless you had if you didn't have a ground type, you probably have a problem with him. You probably have a problem with him because I think his Totokro was pretty strong. I'll give it that. I remember having to deal with it using what's it called? Using shoot. Sorry, I was just trying to catch a mosquito. It was just flying around the room. Anyways, I was trying to man, I can't even think about what I was trying to say. I just went off topic. It'll probably come back to me. Yeah, her Totokro was kind of a problem. I think it had like poison jab and like some fighting coverage. I think like revenge or something. But yeah, Totokro was definitely annoying if you didn't handle it right away. But yeah. Now what's cool about these three, mostly Mars and Jupiter, is that in Platinum you could fight them more than 3 times. You could fight them more than 3 times. You could actually fight them in the end game, or I mean the after game, which is very cool. You couldn't do that in the original games though, so hopefully they don't do that and allow you to actually fight these two again, because that was actually pretty cool. At that point in the game. But what's interesting though is that so far they haven't actually shown Sharon or Karen, Sharon. I can't remember his name, but the dude with the pink hair and the like red glasses, the old guy, him from Platinum. They haven't shown him yet, so I don't know if he's in this game or not. Probably not, from what it seems like. But they haven't even shown Looker either. So I don't know if they're gonna add those two. Maybe those two will be like. I feel like Looker might be a post game character in this game. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I feel like he might be a post game character. Um, because I remember in the post game for Platinum, he also had a pretty significant role there too. But if you think about what's it called? If you think about like other things that Looker has been in as of recently, which is not including the games, I'm talking about like Pokemon Generations. He actually, did some things in that game, or did some things in that mini series. Like he helped, like he was actually like the chief of that that police investigation, and he also helped deal with Heatran too, I think, um, in one of those episodes. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool to see that. I hope that he has more of a role in that. Um, and maybe they're just hiding Looker. That's what I think it is. The same with Charon. I feel like those two are gonna be post game. Like those two are just so like mostly Looker is just so integrated into Gen 4 that like it just feels weird to not have him in this game. It just does. It'd be very unfortunate if he did get cut though. But yeah, again, hopefully we see these two again towards the after game. And also I would like to see Saturn get some more, screen time as well. That would be pretty sick too. Even Cyrus, I feel like could potentially have some after game stuff. I think that would be cool if they, would do more stuff with Cyrus, but he's gonna be in another world. So, or I mean, well, he'll be gone after you beat him. So I don't know if they'll actually like add him in post game, but I really hope they do. Like, Team Galactic needs some more like background story on them. I know that they're gonna do that with Legends Arceus. Like that's already guaranteed. I mean, Mars is basically the same. It looks like her ancestor or whatever. I mean, Mars is the descendant of that character. Like I think what was her name? Azula, something like that. But she looks just like Mars. So they're probably gonna do something with that. In regards, like how they look, or I mean, in regards to like background for Team Galactic. But still, it would be very cool if they would do something in BDSP. But it doesn't seem like, again, faithful remake. So I'm taking those words with a grain of salt, but still, faithful remake is what they say. All right. The legends, nothing different about them, unfortunately. I don't think we're gonna get any like new form for Dialga and Palkia in these games. Probably more in Legends Arceus though, because again, they seem to be advertising more for Legends Arceus compared to BDSP when it comes to the not really when it comes to Dialga and Palkia, but mostly Arceus though. But I don't know if Dialga and Palkia are gonna be getting anything new in these games. Maybe an updated move pool, maybe, but like their move pools are already really good, so I don't think they can add any more to it. But I mean they already did anyway in Sword and Shield, so I don't think there's much they can add on to these guys. But yeah, unfortunately no new form. I think that's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Then we have Mount Coronet. Mount Coronet towers over the center of Sinnoh. Its peak always covered in snow. Huge mountain is sacred to the people of Sinnoh. A massive maze balls within it. But the deeper you go, the stronger the wild Pokemon you'll encounter. Yeah. Yeah. It looks pretty good. I like the way Mount Coronet looks in these shots. It looks very nice. Very, very cool. Now I hope they show it actually snowing though. But I think it actually snows once you get higher up though. So they probably won't do that they probably won't show that screenshot. And then you see, again, the inside of it as well. So again, that little maze that you see right at the beginning before you actually start climbing up it. Then you see Spear Pillar. Now this looks sick. This is probably one of my favorite screenshots so far. So far when it comes to these games, because like this shot is just epic. This shot is just so epic, man. I love the way that you have the character right in the middle and everything just kind of like pointing down or just pointing like diagonally and such in just one direction. It just looks so sick. I really like the way how they did Spear Pillar. I like it a lot. I'm curious about. I guess Dialga and Poké will be like right at the end, like right towards here. That's probably where you're gonna see them. But yeah. Then we have the legendary Pokemon Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. So Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. Now, their themes, which they showed off in the recent trailer, their themes sound very good. It's probably the best theme so far, actually. Yeah, I think it's actually the best theme that they showed off so far. Like, I love it. I love the way how it sounds. The lake theme is just so good. And I think they even played their their legendary theme as well too in that trailer. So that was also nice to hear too. So it sounded really good. It sounded very good. Now, when it comes to the background though, the background might be one of my favorites so far. Like, look at Azelf in the background. This shit looks beautiful, man. Like, I don't care what anyone says about how this game looks. This game looks gorgeous. Like seriously, this game looks very pretty. Graphically it looks very pretty. I really love the way how the water reflects. Like, this is some really nice water reflection. Too bad you can't actually see Azelf, like, reflecting in this shot, but still, that just looks so good. Oh my goodness, this just looks so good. And again, the models themselves look really good as well. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way how they look. They look very good. Now they even show like a little bit more screenshots of the lakes. So you see Lake Verity, Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and then Lake what was it? Lake Acuity. So I have to say that these screenshots look so good. Like, look at Beeburl just swimming in the water, or just surfing on the lake. That looks so good, man. That just looks so good. And then you see right here, back at Lake Valor, or Lake is it, no, not Lake Valor. I meant Lake Verity. This looks great. This looks very good. It's crazy how much of a difference this is compared to what we saw the first time. Like, this is a major difference, man. The character is a lot like smaller compared to what we saw the first time. And again, like, it's not as like hazy compared to what we saw before. So this just looks really good. This looks really good, man. And yeah, more of a clearer shot of the lake too. So, or of the lakes too, and the caves as well. Even like in the trailer too, you have like a more clear shot of them. But yeah, this looks very good. Looks very solid. So I'm excited about, the way how they look, or the graphics anyway. So yeah. And then like some other stuff, like different game versions. You get Cranidos and Stunky in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and you get Shieldon and Glameow and Shining Pearl. So yeah, you could also get Mischievous here too. You can get Mischievous in Shining Pearl, and you can get Murkrow and Brilliant Diamond. So yeah. So that pretty much covers the characters and even some of the features I mentioned. So now let's talk about, again, a little bit. Let's dive more into the features though. So remember how I was mentioning earlier in the vid about how there were players, or there were like game reviewers that have already played the game, or played like a portion of the game already, and they gave their thoughts on it. So they actually showed off the EXP share, and the EXP share is exactly like how it is for the newer games. Again, it's exactly like how it was for Let's Go and how it was for Sword and Shield. So you cannot turn off the EXP share. Now, I think that's a pretty big turnoff for the newer players, or for the older players, because again, we're kind of used to just grinding like endlessly. Like, for me, I love the grind. I love grinding. I love grinding so much. Like, being able to grind up your Pokemon to the level you want, so you can fight, the champion, or again the Elite Four, or a gym leader, or even your rival. Granny Arrival isn't that tough anyway, so you don't have to grind up too much. But, but I guess for Barry's case, you probably would want to grind a little bit more than normal. But yeah, EXP share is interesting. The EXP share being the way it is in this game is definitely a turnoff, because a lot of people are more, responsive to the grind. While with the EXP share, you don't have to grind as much. So you don't have to grind as much, but also it takes away the fun out of it too. So you can grind, but like you'll be too high leveled. So it's kind of like putting a limit on yourself, really, but not really at the same time. Like you still get experience catching mons too. So it doesn't exactly work out in that way, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's a little disappointing that the EXP share is gonna be entitled to how it was or how it is for newer players, but that just seems to be the way Game Freak is going now. So they want to make grinding easier, and they're gonna do it with the EXP share and not allowing you to turn it off, which is very disappointing, because X and Y and even Sun and Moon, and I think even Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, gave you the option of turning it off. So I don't know why they did it, but it is what it is. I'm not like too upset about it. It's a little bit of a turnoff, but what's interesting though is that I believe that those games, like especially I think even Sword and Shield, I think Sword and Shield actually managed to handle the level gap or the level cap. I think they did. Cause I don't know if you were like over leveled to the point where you could just, you can solo the game with really anything if you wanted to, but I'm saying that, like, I don't know if the difficulty in Sword and Shield really, if the difficulty in Sword and Shield really affected, I guess, the EXP share, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know if it did. I never played Sword and Shield. I probably never will. I probably won't. Even though I'm leaning towards it, because I want to get the Gen 8 mons, because I recently found out that my Pokebank is still working. So I still have Pokemon that I had since 2013 in there. So I might have to get Sword and Shield because of it, but I need to get home first. I need to get Pokemon home first. But as much as I hate Sword and Shield, I might have to get it because I want the Gen 8 mons still. Like, the only thing I like about Sword and Shield is the mons. And I think that goes for probably everyone, that the mons are actually kind of cool. But from what I've seen, I just don't like the pacing of the game and everything about and everything else about the game. Like, it's just off to me. It's very off to me. So that's why I didn't want to get it at first. But yeah, I still don't know if I'm gonna get it. Still don't know. But again, I'm going off topic. EXP share, I think, I really don't know, man. I want to say it's not bad, but it probably is just gonna be. It's not gonna be as fun with grinding now. Because I remember grinding like constantly, just to make sure that I can be at around the same level as Cynthia, in the original games and even in Platinum. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem as fun, or it probably won't seem as fun. But again, it really just depends on, I guess, how the level cap will be, handled and such. And if the games will be like slightly more difficult with these updated movesets. But again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I'm not too turned off by the XP share. What I am turned off by, is the TMs. So TMs have actually been changed. You can only use one. I mean, you only get one. But you can get multiple ones. You can get multiple ones though. But you only get, it's a one-use TM. Now, one-use TMs haven't been here since these games, since the original games, since Gen 4. But then Gen 5 they start to make TMs reusable. So my question is, why? Why are they making TMs reusable again? Or why are they making TMs one use again? I have a theory that it has to deal with the underground. Like, you're probably gonna be finding, like, it's probably gonna be like the underground, because I think even with the Dynamax Adventures thing that they have in Sword and Shield, you can find multiple TRs. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like this, or it's gonna be like this here as well. So they're technically encouraging grinding by removing one of the best features we've ever had in a Pokemon game. Removing reusable TMs. That's definitely an L in my opinion. But yeah, removing that definitely sucks a lot. I think that's also another turn off for a lot of older players too, and I guess even for newer players too, because they're used to it. They've been used to it since Gen 7, most likely Gen 7 or even Gen 6. So they've been used to it for a long time. So yeah, it's definitely disappointing. But if they do it in a way where it's not as grindy to get to get more TMs, then maybe it could be managed, maybe. But I'm definitely kind of on the fence about it, though. Definitely on the fence about it. But yeah. But another theory I have is that they're probably doing this too because there's no rank system. There's no rank system in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So why would they need to have reusable TMs? You know? Like, think about that for a minute. If there's no rank system, there's no like battling system, or I mean, well, yeah, no rank system really. It's just random battles. Then what's the point in having reusable TMs when there's no competitive or when there's no like rank system here? So I kind of see why they did it, but at the same time, I don't get it. Like, it definitely feels like, again, the typical 2 steps back, 1 step forward, or 1 step back, 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of approach that they've always been doing. So, and what's funny is it's not even Pokemon doing this. It's Ilka making this game. So, it's definitely Masuda that's doing something here. Masuda's putting his feet in the salad and messing it up, or feet in the potato salad. That's what he's doing right now. He's messing up the potato salad. like, bro, stop putting your feet in that shit. I just can't understand. I can't understand Masuda. I just can't. I don't get why he does these things. He's definitely the one influencing the way these games are going to be formatted. So the fact that he's probably encouraged some of this, or some of these actions, or some of these features is definitely disappointing. A little disappointing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the cause of most of these things. So yeah, the underground though, I'm very excited about that. But the one thing I don't like, or the one thing that is a little bit of a turn off, is that they took away, some online features such as capture the flag. You can't do that down here anymore. So they took that out. And they also took out, customizing your base. You can only use it. You can only, decorate it with statues, which is not as exciting as putting a table or a doll or like something there. It kind of takes away the creativity of your base. So now all you have are just statues to make Pokemon spawn in the underground, which isn't a bad thing, but it just isn't as fun. It's not as fun, is what I'm saying. It's just not as fun, man. But yeah, it takes away the creativity of building your own base. So I'm not really a fan of that. But maybe they're doing it because they're doing some other thing with bases. Maybe you get your villa back or something, like how they did in Platinum. But I don't know. I think the secret base is strictly there for just spawning the Pokemon you want. So as you can see in this screenshot, there's 3 different water types. You have Piplup. You have a Piplup statue, a Floatzel statue, and a Gyarados statue. So I'm assuming that this is there to spawn the water types that you want. And I'm sure there's going to be one for normal types too. Since, they actually did show a screen. This one right here of Snorlax. So it's probably going to be the same case though. Well, actually, they're kind of different though. They're different statues. So maybe it'll be like slightly different. But like one's on a pedestal. Like there's ones on different pedestals. And then there's just like these 2 in the background. Charizard and Venusaur. So I don't know if also it looks like they're modeled fairly well too, like almost on par with their original ones, which is kind of cool actually. I like that. But but yeah, it just it doesn't look as good without, you know, being able to customize your base with whatever you want in it, and also, you know, capture the flag too, which was again something that they took out, or a multiplayer function that was pretty good for the underground. Now, I never had friends to play with. Yeah, I never had friends to play with in the underground, so I don't know what the capture the flag feature was like at all. But apparently, what you do is that you can actually go into other people's bases and steal their flags. So that was a cool little feature. Makes, you know, exploring the underground a lot more fun, or going through the underground a lot more fun. But the fact that they took that out, and pretty much are just encouraging, you know, just mining together, is a little disappointing, just a little bit. But I guess that's fine. Again, I never did it before, or I never got to do it. So it kind of sucks. I won't have that opportunity now. But at least you can still explore with your friends underground. So that's at least a positive to it. Um, Now, what also makes me curious though is how they're gonna handle the Spiritomb situation. Because in case you don't know, Spiritomb was a Pokemon you actually had to use the underground for to interact with it in the overworld. So you had to like go underground like 32 times or something, and then talk to somebody, and then you would activate the Spiritomb. Now, I'm curious if the online feature is gonna be important for that, or if you can just find Spiritomb like just walking around in the Grand Underground, like just down here in these wild area spots. Like if they do it that way, then that kind of takes away um the whole need for the, I guess, keystone thing. Um so yeah, I'm kind of curious about how they're gonna handle that, how they're gonna handle Spiritomb now. But if it is something you have to do through online, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's a little iffy to me. I rather have Spiritomb just appear in the underground instead of having to use the online to get it. But if that's what they're gonna do, then well, I guess that's that. I guess that's how it's gonna be. Um, but yeah. Also, nothing really changes too much about the layout for mining. It's pretty much the same way how it was on the DS. So you have your pickaxe and you have your hammer. You basically just hammer out, or you pickaxe the stones out the way. Then you just hammer down until you get what you want. So yeah, that was pretty fun to do back in the day. Getting like different spears and getting fossils, getting evolution stones. That was a lot of fun. That was a ton of fun back then. Um, the spears, though, it's actually kind of cool to see the spear like on a flat down, like looking flat down like this, because like getting spears was interesting, or getting spears back then was kind of interesting because you saw like different sizes for it, but you couldn't tell if it was like a large size or not because the sizes for the spears almost look the same. so so yeah. But I like how they kind of make it a little bit more pronounced now in these games. So that's kind of cool. But also, I hope that they show like the larger size spears too, because in the games, like in the original games, like they asked for some ridiculous sizes. Like they asked for like size 30s, like size 30 spears and higher up, just to get like some customizable thing for your base. Um, but yeah. Anyways, that pretty much covers the underground. Again, I'm excited about the underground. I like the features. I like that you can find Pokemon in the underground. That's something I've always wanted to do as a kid. I never like as a kid when I saw those like shiny spots, I actually thought they were Pokemon, but they were actually spots you can just mine there. So I had no idea what that was growing up. But yeah, it's I like this though. This is very nice. You could even find like again Pokemon you couldn't find in the original games here, like Sentry and Numel. You couldn't find those in the main game. I think you found them like in the after game actually. So it's kind of cool to see that, which means that there's definitely going to be some variety in terms of teams in the wild too, or in terms of teams like, you know, that you find in the overworld. So I think I actually kind of like that. Um, Definitely going to make the Dex a lot more alive in this one too. Which by the way, the Dex in this game is going to be huge. Like it's practically going to be the national dex from the original games. So all 493. Well, I guess 492 because Arceus won't be in this game, most likely. um, but yeah. Then we have the contest. Contest is pretty much the same, except that they added more to the dance evolution thing. So, or the dance evaluation thing, the dance evaluation thing. So, I remember that you actually had to tap the screen in the original games to set it or to hit a specific like spot to get more points. So it looks like it's practically the same as it was, but just like more detailed and everything, and looks just better too. So I like that. So yeah, it's just a rhythm game now. And yeah, and then you have the move evaluation, which you had to use to get more points and everything. So yeah, it's cool, very cool. Now I remember, growing up, I thought you had to actually go through one contest and then you could leave Hard Home City. like you couldn't leave Hard Home City, until you fought Barry, technically, or actually you couldn't leave until you talked to Fantina and got the tuxedo from your mom. But I had no idea that you could do that before. Like, I thought you had to do the contest first and then leave. But but now once your mom gives you the tux and you talk to Fantina, you're pretty much set to go. You can just leave. Oh, actually, you have to fight Barry and then you can leave. But yeah. And Platinum was different because you had to actually fight Fantina before you could leave anyway. So that was different though. Which actually, you know what? It's I don't know which one I prefer. I kind of prefer fighting Fantina later than actually fighting her early. Like, I think that might be one of my little complaints about Platinum. I didn't really like fighting Fantina early. I liked fighting Maylene, Crasher Wake, and then fighting Fantina afterwards. That just felt better to me. Giving you the option of leaving. I like that a little bit more. Compared to you being forced to fight her in Platinum, before you can move on. But again, that's just my little thoughts on it, though. It definitely was a challenge, though. Fighting her in Platinum, I'll give it that. It was definitely challenging then. But yeah. And then you have Amity Square, where you could bring your starter here and also other cute Pokemon. Which, by the way, it seems like it actually is just cute Pokemon. You can bring here. Well, cute Pokemon plus your starter. It says you can play up to 6 Pokemon. So it's pretty much like how it was in the original games, where you had that. Except that in Platinum, you actually could bring your starter here too. But now it seems like it's including all of them now. So all of them in a team of 6 though. So yeah, that's kind of cool though. I like that. It's very cool. I wish they would do that, with just all Pokemon and not just the ones that are selected here. Because that would look a lot better. It's pretty much like a Heart Gold Soul Silver kind of thing, where you could take pictures with your whole team. So I like that feature a lot from Heart Gold Soul Silver. It just made it feel, more connected, or it made you feel more connected to your mons. Yeah, and then walking your Pokemon, which was another Heart Gold Soul Silver slash a yellow function or feature. So they brought that back. And Let's Go did it the best. And it seems like BDSP is gonna be the second best to it now. So yeah. And then you can interact with your Pokemon and they'll react in different ways, just like how they did in, again, Let's Go, and even in BDS, and even in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Making Poffins, you can make Poffins by yourself. You can't do it with friends, apparently. So that's different. Don't really know how I feel about that. I didn't have friends to play with, so I never did it did the Poffin thing, Poffin making with friends. But it was okay. It was okay to just give Poffins to your Pokemon. I think it also increased happiness too, but I might be slightly wrong about that. But it was really good for getting your stats up for coolness and cuteness for contests. So that was a nice little thing there. But what I like now is that it shows that the Pokemon actually interact with it, and they show they kind of show like if you're doing a good job, they'll react positively, but if you're doing a bad job, they'll react negatively. Like look at this. Like they're just like, oh man, he's messing it up, and they're just like, oh man, this looks like shit because it got burned. But yeah, I like their reactions. That's really cool. Um, Brought the ball capsules back, which is nice as well. So we get to see Pachirisu with the electricity around it, and they even include like the flames and the flower petals as well for different Pokemon. So I like that. Very nice, very nice. They even have like the function to see like if you want it to the function for customizing your Pokeball. You can do it in a 3D form. You can do it on 2D, just like how it was in the original. And yeah, I like that a lot. That's very cool. Very nice. They even have like the old designs too. So they probably added like some newer ones too. Which is again very nice. I like that a lot. Day night features back. Not much difference there, and you can find different stickers during the day as well. So that's also cool to see. And then Drifloon appears on Fridays. In front of the Valley Windwork. So it seems like that'll be the same way as well. The Pokétch is one of the main things I wanted to mention. I actually like the way the Pokétch is handled and is going to be handled in this game. You can actually use it to you can actually use the Pokétch to get hidden moves. So you can actually use it to call a wild Pokemon and it'll use the move you want for it, or the move you want. So you could use like Cut, Rock Climb, Surf, all that. So I like that a ton. You don't have to have a Pokemon in your party actually using the move. So, and it seems like the Pokemon that'll be doing most of these moves will be Beedrill, which is hilarious because Beedrill is actually the Pokemon that was known as the HM Slave. Well, that and Bidoof too, because they both did everything. They both did everything. Beedrill did everything plus the water moves. But it couldn't defog or fly. But if it did, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, Beedrill was pretty much the poster child for this, or the poster boy for this. So yeah. And then I guess Staraptor would be the defogger and the flyer. So again, that's still like pretty cool to see. You see Beedrill swimming in the water too. By the way, I have to say the water in this game looks fantastic. Like it just, man, the water looks so good in these games. Jeez, just my goodness. And then you have the Union Room and the local room, or I mean the Union Room and the local room. So, you have this so you can actually talk to players online and trade with them online as well. So that's pretty cool. Local room is for more local connectivity. And then you have the global room, which is for trading, like abroad and battling abroad as well. Now, when I do Wi-Fi battles, because I will be doing Wi-Fi battles when this game comes out, I'm kind of curious about how that's gonna be handled. Because I want to do a whole bunch of stuff with this. Like I want to do like tournaments eventually. I want to like have tournaments and then be able to watch the games as well. I'd like to do some stuff like that. That would be pretty sick. But again, it doesn't seem like that's gonna be that the global room and that the Union room is gonna be expanded upon. It seems like it's gonna be pretty much how it was last time, or how it was in the original games, where it had like the trading, the battling, the trading records. What else? Trading. I think you could trade eggs, but no, trading eggs. I think might have been in the Wi-Fi Plaza. Which, by the way, the Wi-Fi Plaza was another thing that was in Platinum too, where you could actually interact online, and you had like this theme park area. Now that was definitely a another cool feature that didn't get talked about enough, or didn't get talked about much. But it was a nice little like side thing. I like that a lot. I like that a ton. Then you have the clothing shop where you could just change up your clothes. Which, by the way, in the recent trailer they showed off a platinum style, so you can actually wear the original platinum costume, or the original platinum outfit with the blue jacket for Lucas, and then the pink jacket for Dawn. So that was cool. It's very cool. I like that. I like how they added that. But yeah. Unfortunately, though, going back to the online room, There is no rank battles here, so yeah, no rank battles, which is disappointing. But they're gonna continue with Sword and Shield as the main game for now. So just kind of curious about how long that's gonna be lasting, because I don't know if Sword and Shield can go another year. Like, from what I've heard from people that played the game, especially competitively, like my boy Everglade Galade, he talks about it quite a bit. He says like it's okay, but like it does get boring at times. It's interesting how Sword and Shield is the main game at the moment, but its competitive field just seems like, I don't know. It's kind of in a weird phase right now. Like people are not as interested because, well, for one, there's a very big clear like issue why, or there's a clear reason why. It's the timer. Timer's some shit. Like they need to fix that timer. Like that's my big complaint. That's my big complaint about this. Like if they can just fix the timer in this game, like Masuda better not put his foot in the salad again, or put his foot in the potato salad again, and be like, let's make the timer shorter again. Let's make it 5 minutes. Like bro, no. Like just honestly, all I want is a good timer. If we have a good timer, that's all I need. That's all I need. Just make it an hour like how it was for X and Y and for in Sun and Moon. That's all I want. Literally all I want. I don't know how it was in Let's Go. I think it was shorter. I think it was short in Let's Go. But in these games, just make it 60 minutes, man. Just make it how it was last time. I think even in these games, the time was unlimited, actually. Yeah, the time was unlimited in the original games. So you could go for as many, so you can go for as long as you want to. But please, just give us time settings or time rules for these games. Like just please, man. That's all I want. That's literally all I want, man. I haven't bought a Pokemon game since Sun. Like this is a lot. I haven't bought a Pokemon game since Sun, man. Like all I want is just a good timer. That's all I need. That's all I'm stressing. All I'm stressing is a good timer, Game Freak or Ilka. Ilka, I know you're not listening. You're not listening to me, but just somebody, like, please, just a good timer, man. Just a good timer so I can enjoy this game again. Anyways, yeah, that's me just stressing about the timer, because the timer is really a big issue. It's been a big issue. It's been a big issue since Let's Go. So it's been like what, 3 years now, almost 4 years. Like, come on, man. Anyways, these are just updated shots of the game, so see like a little bit more of the lighting and such, and it looks a lot better again compared to what they showed months ago. So it definitely looks way better. All right, so now to end it off on platinum content. Okay, so is platinum content gonna be in this game, and to what extent? To what extent is platinum content gonna be in this game? Now, I already showed you that you can pre-order. That if you pre-order well, actually not pre-order the game, but if you buy BDSP early, then you can get the platinum style costume or the platinum style outfit. So that alone, well, actually that alone isn't enough to really justify there being platinum content, but it might be a sign. It might be a sign. It's a sign that they listen. They said we want we said we want platinum content. They gave us something, so this is from platinum. This does count as platinum content. So there's that. So I like that a lot. That's very cool. Now for other platinum content that, because let's be honest, platinum is the best game. Like not the best game. I'm not gonna say that. It's the best of the two. It's the best of Diamond and Pearl. Like that is what platinum is. It is the best of Diamond and Pearl. Platinum added so many features that blow Diamond and Pearl out the water. Like from like mechanics stuff in game to like, you know, the main stuff, like the Battle Frontier, Giratina having a background story, or Giratina's story, the updated Pokédex, battling gym leaders again, battling like the special trainers again. What else? You can find more legendary Pokemon in this game. You can find the original birds in these games, or in Platinum. You can find Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres in this game, or in Platinum. Um, you had the Shaman event. You had the Darkrai event. You had the Arceus event. Well, technically the Arceus event didn't get released, but still, you had those events in these games. So, what I want to know is to what extent are they going to go that way? Are they actually gonna add that? Like, they added Manaphy. Manaphy wasn't a Pokemon you could actually get in. That you could act. I mean, it was a very difficult Pokemon to get. Because like, you had to get it from, I think, Pokemon Rangers, Shadows of Omia. You had to get it through that event. And then you could transfer it over into Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You could transfer it in those games. And I don't know how long that mission was. I don't know. I haven't played Shadows of Omia in a long time. Actually, I don't even think I have the game anymore. but yeah, that was the strictly event thing. To get it. So I don't know if it'll be handled the same way. I mean, I don't know if it'll be I don't know if the special or if the event Pokemon will be handled just like Manaphy is being handled. I hope not. I hope they're actually in-game events that happen. Like kind of similar to what happened in Oras, where you can actually get Latias, and you can meet Latios. And you even got the Eon ticket too, but again, that was like a separate thing. Or I mean, you had the Eon ticket so you could get Latios, but in game you could actually get Latias like in your main game or in the main story, which was very weird, but it kind of worked out because you couldn't get Latias until the end of the game in the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So I'm hoping that again, Darkrai and even Shaman are integrated into the main story in some way. Not like you have to like you can get them right away, but like it's like a side thing you can do like after you beat the game, or again while you're playing the game. Like I hope they do it that way, because again that would just make it feel way better. Let's make it feel way better in my opinion. But yeah, if they just add those events, that'll be sick. And also same with the Regis too, like Regigigas, since you can get it in this game too, or you can get it in the original games too. Well, for Diamond and Pearl, you had to transfer them. You had to transfer Regice, Registeel, and Regirock into Diamond and Pearl. While with Platinum, there was an event that you had to get, or you had to do to get a special Regigigas, and then you could get Regice, Registeel, and Regirock after if you have the Regigigas in your team, and then you can get the Regigigas in the game or something like that. If I recall. Yeah, it was some weird stuff. It was some weird stuff then. But yeah, those three you could only get in an event. So I hope that they're also available in these games too. But they probably won't be, since you can transfer Regirock, Registeel, and Regice from Sword and Shield. So it probably won't be that way. But hopefully they do add them in this. But again, I'm pretty sure they aren't gonna add them. I'm pretty sure they aren't gonna add them. But yeah, other Platinum features I want in this. I want the Battle Frontier back. I want it. I'm tired of Masuda or whoever keeps saying, "Man, we don't need the Battle Frontier in this game. The Battle Frontier is for people that don't have a life or some shit." Or the Battle Frontier is for people that the Battle Frontier isn't for kids anymore, or something like that. Kids are on their phones or some shit. Some bullshit excuse that Masuda made. Like, come on, man. Come on. The Battle Frontier is one of the highlights of this game. It was one of the highlights of Emerald, and then they took that out in Oras. Like, I'm not hopeful about it. I'm not. I'm genuinely not hopeful about the Battle Frontier being in this game. The battle tower I'll at least take, and it seems like the battle tower might be here, which again isn't bad at all. Like I'm okay with the battle tower. Honestly, that's a step up from what they did in Oras. If they actually add the battle tower, like I'm okay with that. Like, but if they put the battle mace on in this shit again, if they put the battle base on this shit again, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed, man. Like, I don't know what they have in I don't know what they had in Sword and Shield or with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I think it was just the battle tree, and they have the tower in Sun in Sword and Shield. But I think the tower in Sword and Shield is actually ass, because you only fight like what 3 trainers there. I think it's what's his name, the champion, or the former champion, and then you had to fight whoever. But yeah, yeah. I hope they I hope that if the battle tower is there, at least Palmer's there. At least have Palmer there, at least. But if the Battle Frontier is back, then this game is already a dub. This game is already a dub, and it probably would actually overthrow Platinum if it has the battle tower, or if it has the Battle Frontier. But again, even the battle tower with Palmer is good enough for me. I would take that. I would definitely take that. But yeah, Palmer has to be in this game too. Like, you can't have Barry and not have Palmer there. You know, doesn't make sense, logically speaking. But but still, like, Palmer has to be in this game. There's no way they wouldn't add him. So that just further, you know, adds on to like, you know, the battle tower being in this game too. But yeah, I hope that's the case. I really do. And then another thing to add on is, well, I guess, actually, no, the main thing, I forgot to mention Giratina. Giratina is another important, like, Mon from Platinum. I mean, it's the cover Mon. Like, Giratina has to be included in some way in this game. It can't just be like how it was in Diamond and Pearl, where we just found it in the cave. That shit's boring. That's boring as hell. Like, they should make it like interactive, again, like how they did with Platinum, and even like how they did with Oras, where they had the Delta episode. Like, just make a Renegade episode and you're set. Like, just do that. That's all they need to do. If they do that, then it's fine. But Giratina just being in the cave just doesn't seem as exciting. But here's the thing though. If you beat Giratina, you can still go to the Distortion World anyway, because, well, I remember that the orb that you get from it, you'd have to yeah, I remember that the orb that you would get from Giratina after you beat it, or after you catch it in Platinum, you have to go to the cave to get it. So you have to go to the cave and then go through the Distortion World to get the orb. So I like that. That was actually kind of cool. Now again, if they do that, that would be cool too. Like, just a mini distortion area. It's free to explore and then get the orb. I'd be very down for that. That'd be very sick. But yeah, if they don't do that, I mean, it definitely sucks. That would be a massive L. That'd be a massive L. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers most of the Platinum content, or a majority of the Platinum content. So again, if they just add these small things, this game can be good. This game can be great. This game could probably be the pinnacle of Gen 4. Like, it would be the pinnacle of Gen 4 if they just add those features. But with Masuda on board, they're not going to add shit. They're going to add the same stuff that was from Diamond and Pearl, and that's it. That's it. But I hope they don't. I just hope they don't, and they go out their way to give us the best possible games that they can with these remakes, because these games just mean so much to people like me. They mean so much. But yeah, that's just me hoping that they add stuff from Platinum. I know one thing though, Palmer's guaranteed. I know that. That's guaranteed at least. So that's definitely guaranteed. Now, I think I pretty much covered everything. There's not much else to really say. I pretty much talked about the gym leaders having updated movesets. I talked about the Poketch. I pretty much covered everything. And again, if you guys want to know more thoughts that I have, I actually did a video with my boy Ace Trainer Eric. He I mean me, him, and another guy, Julius. We were talking about about this about the game in general, just giving our thoughts. So if you guys want to check that video out, I'll leave it like at the top of the screen or something for you guys to check it. But yeah, if you want to know more thoughts I have on it, just check it there. And yeah, so pretty much I think I've given my thoughts about BDSP. I think this game will be okay for people that like Sinnoh a lot. Like, if you like Sinnoh a lot, like I do, you're more than likely gonna get the game. You will more than likely get the game. If you're not a fan of Sinnoh, you're probably not gonna get the game either way. Like not just graphic wise, but not just graphically, but like just how the way the game is presented, you're probably not gonna get the game if you don't like Sinnoh. If you're a newer fan though, if you're a newer fan to the series, and have probably started with Sword and Shield, you're probably going to be skeptical about it because you're going to be like, why is everything chibi? Because you're used to seeing the characters being in full 3D. So I can understand why you'd be more skeptical about this game. But you may be interested though. You may be interested to see what Sinnoh was like. So it might be a good game for new players. It might be a really good game for newer players. And then I guess for I don't know what the other group would be. I don't know what the other group would be. What the other group would be. I guess like for someone that is I guess just picking up a Pokemon game just for picking up a Pokemon game. You'll probably like this game too. You'll probably like this game too. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on BDSP. I'm very skeptical about this game, but I'm also very excited too. Like there's a lot of potential for this to be a good game. Like there's so much potential for it, but it just seems like somebody that's making this somebody in there that's making this game is holding it back. Somebody in there is holding it back. Like this game could be great. This game could be perfect. But there's somebody holding it back. I don't know who it is that's making this game that's holding it back, but somebody's doing it and I don't like it. Make this game the best game it can be. Cause this is a Sinnoh is so good, man. I fucking love Sinnoh. I fucking love Sinnoh so much. Like I love this region, man. I just don't want it to get messed up. That's all I want. That's all. I sound so desperate. I'm sorry. Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts on BDSP. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm okay with the new changes. I think it's fine. I was a little bit upset at first, especially with the TMs, but now that I've come to understand why they're doing it, because there's no ranked and also it encourages more grinding, I can see why they're doing it. But again, like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I don't know why they do it, but it is what it is. That's that. Hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and comment on the vid, and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. On my way to reaching 430 subs. We're getting very close to that goal, so let's try and hit that goal soon. I would like to hit that goal by the end of the month. I was originally trying to go 450, but it doesn't seem like we're going to get there. So 430 we'll have to do. So let's see if we can do it. Just 2 more subs left to go. So let's try and get there. And that's that. So hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts. Leave your thoughts down as well. And yeah, be safe, wash your hands, and peace out.